get into this mess. So, you know, Tamar, Kandi, still going at it. So, y'all already know a couple of weeks ago, some footage of Tamar leaked where she was going in on Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker's restaurant chain, Old Lady Gang. The video leaked. People wasn't really talking about it. They were like, why y'all bringing this up? It's old. I don't know if that footage actually came out 3 years ago, but it resurfaced again, or the fact that it was recorded 3 years ago. The show never happened, so they shelved it and someone leaked it. So I don't necessarily know what the history behind it is, because I would have remembered if that footage came out 3 years ago. So I think what happened was, yeah, it was filmed 3 years ago. Tamar said what she said. She was probably in her, she was, I think around that time, she was in her feelings about her and Kandi were not getting along. Their relationship has kind of been on again, off again. There was a situation that happened behind the scene, backstage at some show that I think that Kandi was doing. That was when Miss Mamas was there, Latasha, I believe, that they were still torn and Tasha was being Tasha before, I think, the reality show. I think it might have been around the time of the reality show. But anyway, that doesn't, all I'm trying to think of the timeline, but it don't really matter. So, or to help it like with the narrative and help it make sense. But with all that being said, the footage came out a couple of weeks ago with Tamar saying what she said. Now, in case y'all don't remember, of course, I got to come with the receipts for shits and giggles and for entertainment purposes. So, Tamar said the following. Please hold, and we'll come back and we'll talk.
Nobody has yet to say how nasty Old Lady Gang is. Nobody. Why? And that is a known thing here in Atlanta. Like, it's something like nobody is saying, yo, where we going to go eat? Let's go to Old Lady Gang. Who? Oh, bitch, that steak from Blaze was banging. What's the name of the person? Where they at? Now, let's just be honest. Are we being honest? Everybody got their head down. See, everybody, y'all scared too? Listen, because I'm just being honest. This is what the premise of the show is. Now, y'all done read She by Sheree. The lady done called the girl Sheen by Sheree. The lady done dragged that lady till her wig came unglued on the side. Okay? But nobody said how terrible the service is at Old Lady Gang. And if your food come out cold, you got to pay for it anyway. And if your food is wrong, you got to pay for it anyway. Nobody has yet.
All right. So that was the clip of what she said. And I'm wondering if this is around the time they were trying to create a version of TGIF. Because, TGIF was popping back then until that mess went and happened between Claudia Jordan, Al You Doing, and Armand Wiggins. So it kind of made me wonder. It was like, yeah, because it was, TGIF was a successful show over there on the YouTube and Fox Soul, that they were trying to create another version. And I guess maybe it wasn't working. Because, yet again, Tamar up here trying to act like a homosexual trapped in the body of a black woman. And, she do take a lot of our isms. She's openly admitted it. Even most recently, when she did the thing with Craig and the fag talk and all the other stuff. I use that fag talk. So I was trying to act like a fag. And I was like, bitch, not all of us act like that. So stop. And quiet as it's kept, a lot of the gay shows that you see or are fronted by homosexuals, like if you watch, well, I don't know. I think like for here, it's even killed. I know I get women that watch this show, but I get a lot of guys that watch the show, surprisingly. But but not that I want y'all to go away. Stay. Don't go nowhere. I love all of y'all. But I think like when you look at like a TGIF, when you look at a Funky Dineva, or you look at a lot of these black homosexual pundits, they get more or less women that watch them and a very few guys. But I notice I get more men that watch the show than women. And I'll look at the demographics. What are you doing? Maybe it's because y'all want, I don't know. Maybe y'all want to hunch me or something. Okay, let me stop being messy. But with all of this being said, her show or whatever, I don't know what the show was, what it was about. All I know is this clip was floating around and she had to get on social media, hence thank you to Jasmine Brand for having this clip where she had to go on and pretty much clean up and say, this was old. It was 3 years ago. I don't know why it's coming up. Some of the words of Dorinda.
I didn't just talk about nobody's nothing. That's like 3 years old. Y'all gotta chill. Do y'all listen? And I don't care enough. I don't. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. I don't know why y'all be acting like I'm a child. I am not a child. And at that time, that was like at the height of our beef. And I was pissed because her and her husband lied like a rug. And it was a show that I was going to do. And then I decided not to because that's just not where, I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, but if she wants to say something, she can say something. She shouldn't care because I don't. It's so old. I didn't just talk about nobody's nothing. That's like 3 years old. Y'all got nobody has yet.
Okay. So that was pretty much it. So then after that, Kandi recently did an interview with ET's Bryce Sander, and she discussed her time on The Housewives and producing Othello on Broadway with Denzel Washington. And this is what I was going to say, this way she winning. Like, don't even pay attention to all this drama. And I think that's why she's been doing the rounds, because she and Todd are a producer on Othello, which premiered last night. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Denzel Washington's in it. Everybody who's anybody was at this event. Jennifer Lopez was there with her child Emmy. Spike Lee was there with his wife. There was a lot of celebrities. And that's another topic that we have coming up later on in the show where I can go down the whole list of who was there. But it was like a who's who of A-list talent showed up on the red carpet for this show. So it was a packed house. And I'm hearing like this show is doing fairly well. Like they're already sold out for a while. And I want to get tickets to the show because I don't know how long it's going to be, but I definitely want to check it out. Um, so basically, she discussed the reality TV spinoff about her family restaurant, Kandi and the Gang, because it's like, I don't know what's happening with that. She said that they may be looking at shopping it to another network, because I think Bravo was going to do something with it at one point, and now I don't think it's happening. So she said that they might go somewhere else. So, I'm sorry, Bravo canceled it apparently, but she said they might reboot it on another network. Well, if y'all do, I need you to explain what's going on with Blaze, why y'all closed, why are you being sued for not paying your rent, and all the other things that was going on at this establishment. So if you're going to reboot this show, ma'am, I need you to let us know what's the tea. Now tell me what's the tea. What's the tea? Now tell me what's the tea. We want to know. Now, apparently they said things went a little left when Sandra asked her if she would welcome Tamar as a special guest on the series, which what I'm hearing is he was told not to bring it up, and he brought it up anyway. So let me feel like y'all trying to be messy over there, ET, because I understand a lot of y'all legacy media people, especially in the gospel space, y'all are now competing with us. Because quiet as it's kept, a lot of y'all commentary is a little dry. Y'all be over here worrying more or less about because we need those big A-list celebrities to keep coming on and doing interviews with us. So we're not gonna go a little hard on them about stuff. We're gonna tiptoe around things, and we're not gonna ask y'all the questions that everybody want to know. Whereas we're over here saying stuff within reason, and because we got rules, we ain't all trying to be Tasha Cade out here by spreading false information and inaccuracies. So we're a little edgier when it comes to the delivery on certain things. But here's what she had to say. So now of course, I told her I was coming with the receipts. So here's the clip, and then we'll talk.
Doing another season, but then I don't know, it didn't come together. So Todd and I are still thinking about doing it somewhere else.
Okay, you can bring it back. You got all those restaurants. And you can, invite Tamar on to.
You will not be bringing her in my interview.
Nobody is saying, yeah, where we going to go eat? Let's just go to Old Lady Gang. Who?
Can you believe that she's still on you?
I'm not playing games with clowns. Like, I'm not gonna be in the circus with you, sweetheart. Like, we're not doing that ever again.
Love that.
As far as
so she basically said what she said. She said, I'm not getting in the I'm not gonna be playing around with these clowns. And I'm not just giving her the time of day or the energy, and that's good on her. Like I said, at the end of the day, Kandi out here living her best life. She's got a lot of endeavors, the businesses. I don't know what's going on with the restaurants. Everybody been saying the restaurants are a mess. What I've heard is that it's a tourist attraction. People who actually reside in Atlanta ain't really going out and eating that old lady gang. It looked like from what we saw that Blaze has been closed down, so I don't know what's going on with that. She's being sued over some stuff that was going on with that. I believe we did talk about that a couple of weeks ago. So she's got a lot of, this is why I say, if y'all not familiar with getting in the hospitality business, please don't get into the hospitality business. I worked in the restaurant, bar, nightlife, all the other scenes. So I understand that world. But if this is not something that you are familiar with, do not jump in an industry that you know nothing about, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of places like the restaurant hospitality business, a lot of them don't last a year. So if you don't understand this world, don't jump into it. But it felt like Kandi was just trying to jump on a whole bunch of other stuff because she was looking to get that bag. But you got to realize it ain't easy trying to maintain working, having a hospitality type of situation, especially if you have restaurant, a hotel entry, whatever you decide, a bed and breakfast, whatever you decide to open. So with all that being said, Tamar also did clap back at this other thing and decided to post on social media something where I can't remember exactly what she said, but she posted a picture of a video of Kandi sounding off key with her singing. And now we already know over the years, Kandi is not the best singer. We know that when it comes to Escape, Kandi do her thing, but she is not Tamika and Latasha Scott in regards to the vocals. She ain't even, well, she is about a half octave higher, better than Jennifer Lopez, but Kandi ain't the best singer. Every man loves a woman. She do her thing, whatever. But she not the one that delivers all the yang yang. We don't go to Kandi for the yang yang. Kandi's a good businesswoman. Kandi do what she do in regards of Escape, but we don't go for her for the solo singing stuff. We know that's not her wheelhouse. But to me, the singing read is tired, Tamar, especially when you are mostly known for your antics than your singing. So I don't understand why you out here trying to give a singing read. It's tired, it's old, it's late, it's through, it's delayed, just like all the things you were being with this response. And then I heard she posted it and deleted it. But I'm sick of y'all when y'all do that. If y'all gonna be shady, stand on your shadiness. Keep it up. I'm not taking no shit down. If I'm reading a bitch down to the floor, I'm not taking it down. I want all y'all to read it. I'm not going to put something up and then take it down because I'm worried about what y'all think. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say and whatever I want to say. And if you piss me off, if I took all that time and effort to put that little meme together, to put that video up, I can take it down. After 30 seconds of it being there, you always know whenever it's up there, it's up there. Ain't nobody, somebody will always find the clip and keep it going and say, oh, so-and-so responded. And here we go with the mess. But it's like, look, you can throw your little shade or whatever, but like I said, Kandi is out here winning. She's producing Othello. Othello's a big hit already. She's got A-list talent working on this thing. And what are you doing? Sitting in the back of a fag talk event in New York, trying to read Craig down and being bitter about it, and then decided to double down on another podcast and say, well, I thought we was on fag talk, so I'm trying to act like a fag. No, be yourself, sis. We don't need to try to act like what you think gay men act like. And you a guest and another thing is you a guest in the household. So just because you around a bunch of faggots don't necessarily mean you gotta act like what you think a faggot is. You need to kind of come in and just be yourself, because now you up in here being performative, you being fake, and I can't be around that. Sidebar, shout out to Tawanda, who I heard got married, her sister, and I heard you wasn't even at the wedding. So I am wondering if this was filmed for the Braxton season 2, and we'll get an explanation as to why Miss Tamar didn't come to the wedding. Because we already know, like, Tamar and Tawana don't have the best relationship. Quiet as it's kept. Well, it ain't really that quiet. We did talk about it the other day. Her and Tony got into it to the point where she blocked Tony on her Instagram, she said. And Tony was like, well, damn, I was trying to repost the picture of the video or whatever, and you have me blocked. Anyway, happy birthday, sis. And then Tamar out here saying, oh, here you go gaslighting. You could have called me. You up in here trying to talk about, oh, I blocked you, reigniting drama because you want the people to jump in the comments. Now you invite everybody into the group chat, and now there's drama when they don't need to be. So that's where all that comes from. So yeah, Kandi, don't worry about her. I know you had to address it because that queen over there at ET was being messy, but nevertheless, you said what you said. No, she said what she said. You responded to it. I don't care if it was 6 years old. If I'm just now hearing about it and it's brought up and somebody's asking me the question, I'm answering it. And that's what irritates me about people. It's 3 years old. Why are you bringing it up? Because I was asked about it. It's the same thing about when people get on Pink about bringing up the thing about Christina. They asked me about it. What I'm supposed to say? Stop asking me that question? If you ask me about it, how I felt at the time, this is how I felt at the time. I moved on. I'm not in that. We're not in that space no more. Now I need y'all to put this to bed. We done moved on from it. It is what it is. But people always get mad when you want to bring stuff up. But if it's like, yeah, it was 3 years old, I'm just now finding out about it because it was in a vault and the show didn't happen. I'm gonna respond to it because nobody's heard my response, and I'm not getting into bed with this clown. Because, and at one point, I'm sorry, Tamar, but sis, there needs to come a point in time where you have to take responsibility for the things you say and do too. Because it always seems like to me, you are the common denominator in all the drama. When it comes to your sisters, when it comes to the stuff with Craig that happened recently, and they spent like 5 minutes talking about it over on there on Fag Talk. Shout out to him and Miss T.S. Madison, where he had to talk about it. And because the people, we needed that response. And he didn't give more of the same diplomatic response that he gave on his own live, that I'm glad that we kind of got down to the rooter and the tutor of it over on Fag Talk. And you had the drama with that. You were always in the middle of some drama with a lot of people. You had the drama with K. Michelle. K. Michelle called your ass a Muppet. You ran off in tears. Now you over here getting into it with your sisters. You're getting into it with Kandi. You always into some shit with somebody. At one point, you got to come and be like, okay, maybe you are the problem. Don't Taylor Swift have a song called I'm the Problem? Oh no, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. Is me. Yeah, that's her song. But anyway, I say, let's say, what do you guys think of this song, this story in regards to Tamar and Kandi and this whole drama? So, whatever your thoughts are on this situation, let me know in the comments down below.